All right, guys, welcome to class. Thank you for coming. You might be joining us from the recording in Little Drops or on YouTube. We are so thankful to have you here. Tonight, we are going to be talking to you about passing the pumpkin spice. And you may not know what that means. It could mean all kinds of things. It could be you love pumpkin spice and you want more of it. Or maybe you're like, no, thank you. I'm going to pass on the pumpkin spice. So you interpret it how you want to. We have a little bit of everything for whatever reason you came tonight. But first of all, we want to talk to you about indoor air pollution. Do you know that all fragrance, all synthetic fragrance, air fresheners, candles, perfume, your trash bags, whatever has this like synthetic fragrance in it, if it's not coming directly from a pure source, it has formaldehyde in it. Like it has phthalates in it. And those things are bad news, not just for your breathing, but for your immune system. It can cause asthma, especially with little ones. If you are 2 and under, well, none of us are, but if you have a little one who's 2 and under, they're not able to filter out those chemicals and that auto body response of saying, hey, danger, danger, danger. And the body automatically just holds onto it. So it's a bad deal for cognitive development, for mental development. It can cause behavioral issues. It can lead to ADHD. It can also lead to autism. In some studies, they've found that lately. And I'm like, oh goodness, another thing leads to autism. So indoor air pollution is a bad deal, especially for synthetic fragrance. You can find it in your lotions that you get from wherever in the mall. You can find them in anything. So you need to really make sure that the chemicals that are in your products, that you are studying them, look them up, see what the side effects are for each of those things, or go to a brand that you don't have any reaction with that you trust and just stick with it. If you're not having like a skin reaction to them, if you're not having sneezing, if you're not having watery eyes, any of those types of things are just sure telltale signs that you are having like some kind of allergy to the synthetics that are in them. Other things that synthetic fragrance from candles and air fresheners and plugins and lead to cancer, reproductive problems, really, really painful PMS, like cramping, those kinds of things, stubborn weight that you just can't get rid of, like that middle tire, or what do they call it? Not the spare tire, but the muffin top. A lot of that is actually caused from synthetic fragrance buildup in the body. Those things hang out in the fat cells and your body is not able to process them. Even when you're trying so hard to work them off, they can't go anywhere because it's stuff the body can't process. So it's just stuck in those fat cells. So it's kind of gross. But one of the main things that a lot of people notice when they do start detoxing their home is a trimming down. And I know even when I compare my pictures from 10 years ago to now, there's a lot of facial inflammation that's gone down because I was like really deep in like the beauty care industry and I was around synthetic fragrance all the time. I was like a huge candle junkie, and I have seen my face, even though my weight has not changed, I have seen my face significantly slim down with ditching synthetic fragrance in my home. And so that's a big thing, right? The other thing is synthetic fragrance causes a lot of immune problems for people, not just respiratory issues and allergies and asthma, but it causes your immune system to kind of just shut down because it's always working through processing those synthetic fragrances. So those are just a few things that we can say, yes, I think I want to find a better solution to fragrance than having all of those side effects. So I'm going to pass this on to Jordan, and she's going to give us the solution.
Okay, thanks, Stephanie. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. I just want to talk with you really quickly about diffusing, what it actually is and some of the benefits, just a quick, brief overview. So cold air diffusion of essential oils disperses the essential oils in water into a mist in the air and it can stay suspended in the air for several hours. Because it's cold, it does not alter the beneficial properties of the oils like candles and warmers or plugins might, because when essential oils get heated to a certain temperature, they can be rendered ineffective. You might be able to still smell some of them, but we're not really reaping in all those great benefits that we can with our essential oils. So the reason that it's cold is really, really important. Here are just our top two reasons that we diffuse in our house. So the first one, number one, is diffusing is unlike any other odor eliminator that I've ever tried. It is fantastic for eliminating odors in our home. I was very much the person before oils where I would spray my odor eliminating spray in every room of the house several times a day. And then before my son would come home from school, I would open the window so he didn't breathe in any of the stuff that was from in the spray, because even then I knew that it was really strong and probably not the best. So we don't have to worry about that with essential oils. It just is so clean smelling. We don't have to worry about odors, and we also don't have to worry about mold or mildew like sinking into the carpets or in the nooks and crannies of the walls. So we love it for odor eliminating. And then the second thing is our immunity. So it supports our immune systems in our house. And when we first came to oils, diffusing and using them regularly really changed us drastically, because we weren't doing like anything to support our immune systems before we started diffusing. So our bodies just soaked them up like a sponge, and it was so beneficial. We used to get like everything pointed our way. We would get colds and flus and everything. So since using oils consistently and diffusing, we are happy to report that we've been really well. So that is such a blessing for us. The main oil that we use for immunity is Thieves Essential Oil Blend. I think that it's really popular with supporting our immune systems. It has lemon, clove, cinnamon bark, and eucalyptus in it. And it smells like fall, and it smells so good. And it has really, really helped us. It's helped us with diffusing, but also we use it consistently throughout the day. We roll it on, and we use it in our cleaning products, our dish soap, our laundry soap. So getting it all day in different ways is really helpful as well. But we'll talk more about that later. Right now, I am going to actually share my screen with you guys and show you some diffuser blends and recipes that are super fun. And let me see if I can do this right. Let me see. Okay, I wonder, hold on. I've actually never done this before. Let me see if I can share my screen with you. Can you see anything yet, Stephanie?
I can't see anything yet, but I just made you the host, so you should be able to screen share.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I think so. Let me know if you see it, Steph. Can you see anything? Is it working?
I don't see anything yet.
Not yet, okay. Desktop one.
There's usually a button that says to screen share somewhere. Do you see it?
I do.
Oh, it's a green button says share screen.
Yep. And then, okay. All right, I see what I have to do. It should be popping up. Sorry guys, this is the first time I've ever done this. Oh, I can see you. Can you see me?
Yay, there you go. It's working. Good job.
Okay, awesome.
Yay.
Yay. All right, let me see if I can get back to my graphics. Okay, so you guys can screenshot these if you like, or you can just jot them down, whichever is easiest for you. So the first one we have is Fall Frost. It's 3 drops of cinnamon bark, 3 drops of Northern Lights Black Spruce, which is one of my absolute favorites, and 3 drops of orange. Northern Lights Black Spruce smells almost like, to me, if I'm like walking through the forest at night, some kind of forest, that is what it smells like. It smells so good. The next one is Apple Pie. So it has cinnamon, lemon, and cedarwood. Cedarwood's really good for calming. So this is one that I will diffuse in my bedroom. It just smells really good and it's calming. The next one is Pumpkin Spice Latte, which is I think probably my favorite blend for fall. It's got some clove, cinnamon bark, nutmeg, and 3 drops of Stress Away. And Stress Away, with the vanilla in there, it smells just like a latte. It smells so, so good. And then the last one is Fall for Immunity. So it's got 5 drops of Thieves, 3 drops of orange, 2 drops of peppermint as well. And this one just makes me want to grab all my fall decor and put it up because it's so invigorating and energizing. So I think that's it for me for now. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Haley. I think she's going to share with us about Seed to Seal.
Yay. Okay.
Are y'all going to share those later? Because those was too fast.
I can send them out to you if you like, or I can put them in the chat, maybe.
Thank you.
Yes, those are so good. I'm like, oh man, I got 2 times. I got this today and Thursday to grab these. So that was the same like Jordan. Our family was sick all the time and we used oils before, and there's a difference. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. Seed to Seal, there's a reason why Young Living changes so many things in our body physically. And like I said, we used pretty much any like oils that we could from any health food stores, like online. We used all the different oils. None of them compared. None of them did any kind of change in our bodies. It actually made our bodies worse. My son used to have like a rasping cough when we used to diffuse other oils. And so the reason why they're so different is because Young Living has something called Seed to Seal. A lot of companies have like slogans and it's like a catch, kind of like a fishing hook, you know, to get people in, but it's really not just like a catch. It's literally, if you go to the farms at Young Living, they live this slogan, which is how the foundation for their company. You, from the time that seed is planted in the ground, the soil, everything about that, the plant and the soil is 100% organic. It's like beyond organic to where they have not put any chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, anything on the properties, the acreage, in over 50 years. That is insane to me because I mean there's tons of different farms that they could buy up and just reproduce and reproduce and reproduce, but they don't. They put people, they put moms, they put grandmas, they put dads, they put babies' lives above profit. And so the Seed to Seal is where they have the best of the best seeds, the best of the best soil, and they're planting all of this in the best soil, the best seeds, and then on top of that, they're distilling it at the best time. They're harvesting it at the best time. They have one plant. They have one specific plant that they harvest at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're very like specific on when and like how they harvest the plants. because you can lose the medicinal properties of it if you're not distilling it and harvesting it just right. So they do that, and then they go straight into the distilleries where they're not washed down with bleach. They're not washed down with harsh chemicals. They're washed down with thieves. That is 100% essential oils. So it's all of that getting into this bottle that is coming into your home to do things in your body that is helping and benefiting your family. And so whether that's like emotionally, whether that's immune, whether that's, whatever you need that oil to do for your body, like these plants are really smart and they know what to do. So they are helping our bodies in that way because of the chemical makeup in the plant. Our bodies know what to do with it. So that's kind of like a little, there's just so much that Seed to Seal, I mean, they don't put any kind of like the farming, they don't put heavy, they hand weed, they do all this just excellence. And so, that for me, and I know so many, is just so many other families that has made the difference, and changed like our lives, literally. Because when you're a mom who has to wake up and go to the doctors like every other week, it really does make a difference. When you don't have to deal with like allergies, when you don't have to deal with constantly getting sick, when you don't have to deal with this constant like just like emotions all over the place because your hormones are imbalanced. So it's made such a difference, and Seed to Seal really does matter. So I want to talk to you about like why and how to get started. The number one way the best way I believe is getting a kit and going ahead and starting that way. You can get different kits they have the basic starter kit up until the everyday essential oil with the diffuser and all that kind of stuff. They have 12 different oils that come in there. And then there's also a CBD kit, a ninja kit, and a thieves kit. And so all of them are tailored to what you need specifically for your family. Our family was the oils kit, but I have tons of friends who have gotten the thieves kit because that's what fit best for their family and their season. So that is just a little bit about and how you can get started. If whoever invited you to this call, go ahead and just like after the class, talk to them. They can get you set up and also get you started on a wellness plan, because you definitely don't want to just get your kit and then like just have your kit. You want to keep going on the lifestyle. And so we're going to talk to you a little bit about how you can do your ER. So I'm going to pass it over to Jordan.
Okay, so I am going to tell you how you are going to get all of your awesome goodies, all of your oil goodies and all of your other immune boosting goodies inside your home. And I'm going to share this with you just from experience, because when we got our kit, we actually came to Young Living for Ningxia Red in specific. So we knew by using it before we came to Young Living that that's what we wanted. And so I contacted the friend that was helping me, and she said that the best way to do that was to order off of Essential Rewards, which is the subscribe and save option that Young Living has. And I am going to screen share with you again, and hopefully it will work. Let's see. Can you guys see? Is it working good? Okay. So what is Essential Rewards? Simply put, Essential Rewards is a completely customizable monthly subscription box that gives you rewards points and loyalty gifts, plus access to monthly promotions and discounted bundles. So the cool thing about Essential Rewards is sometimes there are Essential Rewards exclusives that you can only get, that you can't purchase, that you can only get if you're on Essential Rewards, which is awesome. And then you can have your premium starter kit, whichever one you choose, as your first box. So here I have just a quick reference point for you to know some of the earn rates and benefits that you can have and experience with Essential Rewards. So months 1 to 3, you're going to get 10% back of your Essential Rewards purchase in points that you can use on youngliving.com towards your other quick orders. Months 4 through 24, you're going to get 20% back. And then months 5 through 25, you're going to get 25% back. And feel free to also screenshot that if you wanted to just remember that. I'll leave it up for just a second. And then next, I have just a couple of frequently asked questions that I get sometimes when it comes to Essential Rewards. So what will come in my order? So after you grab your starter kit as your first order, that's what I would recommend to do. That's what we did, and it was awesome. You get to customize your order. When will you be billed? You can actually set that processing date, which is awesome. How do the points work? So your point balance can be found in the dashboard area of your virtual office, and you will be able to save them for up to a year or spend them on quick orders at any time. And how much you have to spend, I believe that is still 50 PV for a qualifying order, right, Steph? And then you can cancel that as well at any time. And reactivate that. It's just you would have to, I think you'd have to call for that, right? Right, Steph? Okay. And then if you like to screenshot that, I'll leave it up for just a second. So what I like to do for my team is what we call a woohoo review. So we say, woohoo, you're here, we're so glad. And then we say, let's review some of your health and wellness goals that you might have. So I put together one that you can kind of see as a visual for immune boosting, since that's what we're talking about, but you can totally tailor that to your needs, you know, as you work with your sponsor or enroller. So for us, you know, our month 1 looked like this kit. We got our $10 back in points, and then we got our ER promotion, which now in September, that's going to be free shipping, which is super awesome. I'm so excited about that. Our month 2, this is what our month 2 looks like, because we wanted to help support our immune systems as much as we could. And so we went ahead and grabbed the Thieves Kit, and then we added on the dish soap and laundry soap. So that was pretty much all of our chemical products were just replaced in one fell swoop, which is great. And then month 3 for us looked like supplement support. So here's just a couple of ideas of my go-to favorite supplements for immunity and supporting our immune system. So Ningxia Red is great. Multi-greens is pretty much a salad, or like 9 salads in a capsule. Some inner defense. This is what I use when I start to feel like I might be coming down with something or under the weather, and that really helps me. And then Life 9 is for our gut health, because we know that our immunity starts in our gut. And then some Thieves cough drops, which are really great. So that is what our woohoo review looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic back to Haley, and she's going to do, I think, our devotion next.
I love that name so much. That's so cute. It's like celebration. I love it. So we try to leave, well, not try, we do want to leave these classes where you're not feeling overwhelmed at all, but you're feeling encouraged in your spiritual life, also your physical life, because they're all so closely connected. So we just try to have like a quick devotion. So that's what I want to share with you guys. And I just thought it was so fitting. I was like, you know, okay, what do I want to share tonight? And I was thinking of just like the seasons changing and all that, and how it is the first day of fall, technically, with September and all. I love fall. But I just think of like different seasons and just like in our life. I was like, what the scripture I wanted to share with you guys is out of Ecclesiastes, and it's I'm going to just share it really quick, and it's Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 13, but I'm just going to read just a little bit of it, and then just share a little bit. So there's a time for everything, a season for everything, every activity under the sun, under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, and a time for war and a time for peace. Okay, so I want you guys to go read that because the rest of it is really, really amazing too. But at the end of it, it says, I know there's nothing better. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and do good while they live. And so I just wanted to share that, like, after each season, because all of those are different seasons that we walk into. I know for me, I'm in a totally different season than what I was in last year. I was in like full-time like ministry last year, pouring out. And then this year it looks completely different, but it's something that I prayed for, being a homeschool mom and then doing other things. And so it looks really different. But I'm like, okay, how are you in this season, Lord? And so, like during this time and like what your season is, maybe it's a time of like moving to a different job, or maybe it's a time of like, tending to family members or something like that. In that time, like at the end of this passage, it says that like God wants us to enjoy what the fruit of our labor. He wants us to enjoy the season that we're in. And so like, don't look ahead and don't like look like at the next season. Like if we're in fall, like let's be in fall and like enjoy that season. You know, I say fall, but you know, whatever season that is for you. So that's what I just wanted to, whatever season that you're in, like God's still the same in that season. He's showing us a different like facet of who he is in our life in that season. I'm like learning who he is not all over again, but in a different way. I'm like, okay, who are you, God, in this diaper changing life and all that kind of stuff? Like, I'm just learning you all over again. So, in a different way. So I just wanted to share that whatever your season is, that the Lord is showing you a different part of who he is, and it's good, and it might not be easy. Maybe it is easy. I don't know, but, he's good in every single season. So I hope you guys are encouraged.